Hi friends, host Eric here. Talking to famous people. The hits keep coming. I mean, this is kind of nuts these days. Um, it turns out that Michael Smith guy is a fucking psycho. he just called me and accused me of rape. Most specifics about who I supposedly raped. He just called me a rapist. So it's like, okay, you got a mental illness or something like that, then I don't want to fuck with you. You know. Try to express the same trope that Melissa was trying to express, which is that I was abusing a young woman or something. Of course, he's trying to say he's going to give me a taste of my own medicine, but I don't call people up and accuse them of being rapists. That's not a taste of my medicine. You got to be a real fucking tard to do that, especially me. So, lion or evil? Well, I'm guessing Michael's evil. And probably very, very frustrated because he's never going to make any headway with me. But he's desperate to take me down a notch. You know, like his life's mission is to take me down a notch. He's got 4 subs and a whole lot of fucking spite in him. I mean, he's one of the most spiteful, hateful people I've ever encountered. The phone call I just got from him, oh my god, it was absolutely shocking. It's like he just wants to call and scream names at me, you know. I mean, I get it. Sometimes we get angry and we scream names at people, but that's the exception, not the rule. That's not your strategy, right? It should be what happens when you get frustrated because somebody's not listening or whatever. But wow, this guy's fucking totally delusional. The shit he's saying on the phone is, oh my god. He seemed a little off maybe at first. I didn't know he was that off. Wow. He's kind of obsessed with me, I guess, at the moment. This is not the first time this has happened. He kind of reminds me of like Queen's Gambit or something, except he's more 8 and more extroverted. He's mistaken his ability to scream stupidities as I don't know. I mean, I think he's unhealthy, so I'm not. It's hard to say what. I mean, if he's got some sort of pathology, then that makes it a little more challenging, right? I'm pretty sure that no healthy person would have reacted earlier the way he did, or in that phone call I just got. Because he tried to quote unquote harass me. He can't harass me, of course, because I don't feel harassed. Why? How could I possibly feel harassed? So if he calls me again, keeps calling me or whatever, I just block the number or just won't answer it anymore. You know, no big deal. And I'll probably end up having to hide him around here because I have a no lying rule, and he seems to be kind of a pathological liar. Which is pretty evident in that phone call too. The way he freaked out when I accused him of lying. He hates being called out on his dishonesty. Yeah, he just called me. And called me a rapist and an abuser of young women and stuff like that. Just fucking totally, completely unwarranted. Maybe projection. I don't know. Well, he's really mad that he lost that earlier exchange. He's really mad that he sounded really dumb in that phone call. And he's trying to recover some face or something, I guess, you know? But I mean, it's cool for right this second because it's interesting. But, you know, it's like, he's not going to last long. He's going to be banned pretty quick. But he's the kind of guy who I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back with multiple different accounts and says, I'm gonna defeat Eric with a pattern of attrition. I'm just gonna continually harass her. It still won't work at all with me, and that partially has to do with the fact that there's a lot of comments and stuff on the channel. People get lost in the shuffle. Yeah, okay, nuts. I mean, it's kind of nuts that it really isn't worth my time engaging him at all, because the number one quality he has is an inability to listen. And he of course he doesn't have anything worthwhile to say, so there's no point in me listening. That's the beautiful thing about lying, though, is that at least it's clear cut. Like, now I know most of what I need to know about this guy. In that phone call, when he's talking to just me, so we both know what the truth is, presumably. He called me a rapist, among other things. So, I mean, there's no opportunity in that phone conversation to impress some third party or whatever. Maybe he was recording it, I don't know. But, and obviously I know I'm not a rapist or anything like that. So, in that case, I can conclude, okay, so this is a definite example of him purposefully, willfully lying to my face. So, am I ever at risk of running out of energy or ceasing to deal with these kind of people? Yeah, I don't usually deal with them that much, You've got to put some work in to have me end up dealing with you. If you just come in and start shitting, and you can say whatever you want around here, as long as it's smart, clever, funny, justified, or something like that, right? But you can't lie, If because you don't have any arguments, you just want to lie, then that's not acceptable, and that'll get you banned. If you're slandering people around here, I'm not gonna hesitate too much to ban you. There's no reason to be slandering people. The good news is for me, you know what he said? He said, Melissa's going to file a restraining order against you. Okay, I'm totally looking forward to that subpoena. I will definitely show up at the case. That'll be fantastic. Running out of energy or ceasing to deal with these people is an interesting question. So it's a mixed bag in terms of energy and in terms of gratification. I don't think so. Not that I know of. Maybe this guy's one of her friends or something. I don't know. But he was saying a lot of her arguments on the phone there. But the point is, like that guy who his words are either false accusations on that last call, straight up lies, accusing me of shit that I've never even remotely done, or or threats. Those things make me go, okay, well, it makes me want to clean up the trash somehow, you know, like. I know he's only got 4 subscribers, but I hate to think that he feels as though he's gonna get away with that kind of behavior in general. He's an absolute wrecking ball of toxicity, that guy. So he should be called out on it, for sure. And, it's like, I wish I had recorded that phone call that we was just on. I don't know why I even answered it. I was gonna not answer it, but Chris Stein says, "Hi Eric, watch that clip. I was surprised he managed to use the phone to make a call. Using the phone is really hard, too elitist and complex for me." Yeah, he's got. I mean, he's sort of trolling. Like this feels now that after that last call, I think this was part of a sort of planned escalation kind of. Now you get to see how Melissa feels. I do not feel anything like Melissa feels. I think this is interesting, kind of exciting. It does kick the adrenaline in on me, which I sort of like and sort of don't like. If that happens too often, then I start getting tired of it, right? Like, I don't want to constantly be going through life with what you might call fight or flight response. Um, physical reactions, like the adrenaline, Not that it feels bad, but it's unsettling a little bit. And it makes me shaky, kind of. I don't like being shaky. I like being cool and collected. That guy really is like, what the fuck? I mean, he's incredibly eight. It's very obvious in dealing with him in that last call. I'm never gonna out eight this guy. There's no point in even trying to eight and eight at all. You just got a 1 and 8. Okay, hang up. You know. It's a little bit annoying because I'm a very effective 8, even though 8's not in my dominant slot, right? The reason I'm an effective 8 is because almost every time I'm mad, I have good cause to be. I don't like I don't like being mad. I don't, by default, get angry at whatever. So when I am mad, I probably got a good reason to be mad. And as a consequence, my eight's more effective. In other words, if you actually fucked up and I'm yelling at you, you're more likely to respond to my yelling at you than if you didn't actually fuck up. At least in theory. Ryan S. says his incoherent anger was quite impressive. Yeah, I mean an Negro in this instance. And the thing that's there's such a stark difference here, right? Like, that guy, when he's angry, and I think also when he's not angry, actually maybe it's a similarity. That guy and I probably are the same in the following regard. I mean, his name on the thing is like Chris something. I don't know. So what was I saying? I'm pretty tired. I'm kind of high, so I'm gonna be a little bit slow and just I'm not operating on all cylinders at all right now. Anyhow, I mean the thing is, this guy. I don't think this guy is drunk at all. I don't think that guy is drunk. I think that guy is. It feels like he's executing a plan, actually, of some sort. That he was disingenuous from the moment he arrived. Maybe, maybe thinking he's going to. I mean, my best guess would be he knows Melissa. They talked about it, and he's going to come give Eric a taste of his own medicine. But it won't work at all because I actually like a fair amount of drama around the channel. I find it to be interesting, you know. So the kind of shit that's gonna make Melissa, if you give the same medicine to Melissa and me, um, it's gonna make her take a week off work. It's gonna make me go, ooh, fun. Chris Tyne says we can make a lot of speculation about him. I see him as a red herring troll type. See, that's where I'm going to. That is executing some kind of a plan, right? Maybe his motive is for you to not make any more type police videos. I mean, people overestimate their ability to influence what I do. Then, what it's there's not much doubt that Rachel and I will go through periods of time when we don't make them and periods of time when we do because I'm I get sidetracked. Like I have no idea how it ended up happening, but somehow tonight I made this story. I wrote this story, and I felt like reading the story as a video, you know? So, hold on, I'm gonna be a little proactive here, actually. Let's see. Let me see if I can find one of his comments. Michael is his name. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to hide him from the channel now. Like his last comment here says, by the way, can we talk about how a creepy old man named Eric stalked and harassed a young woman and then tried to gaslight her, saying her feelings don't matter? I'd be surprised if this victim doesn't go out and get a restraining order against him. This is his last comment, right? So, like, this is definitely a planned information assault, right? To try to spread misinformation and slander me and defame me. So I'm hiding him from the channel. I'm going to waste no further time allowing him any room to operate. Oh, I forgot I was streaming. Okay. What does he identify as? Artist self-mastery. He doesn't say what he thinks he is, though. I think he thinks he's an INTJ, maybe? Oh, this guy. There's a video of me talking to him. I don't know. There's an interesting Art of Self Mastery says, you are currently being canceled. Assess the situation and move smart. Now is not the time to get emotional and impulsive. I mean, I agree with that completely, and I appreciate. This is a really much appreciated comment. Actually, I should say that to this person. I'm getting that sense too, and I appreciate having it confirmed, and I appreciate the reminder that like I'm at my best when I'm at my most civil. Thanks for this advice. I think you say many right things within this comment and significant things. There. Now I've responded to that. Isn't it wonderful? So wonderful, wonderful kitty, having wonderful times, always cleaning yourself, making sure you've got clean lines. Wonderful, wonderful kitty, having wonderful friends. So anyway, I wrote this short story about the unicorn and the penguin. Which, of course, that guy. The thing is, what this whole thing makes me want to do more than anything else, really, is make a video about sort of a history of people trying to get me. There's a long history of people trying to get me. Some of them put in a lot of effort for a long time. Some of them may have been quite successful, even in like slowing, diminishing, undermining the growth of the channel. Or whatever, Oh, I'm not gonna stop making it. I think I might do that Art of Self Mastery guy next. No. Look, I'm immune to to the sort of shit that other people might be susceptible to, and the reason is because I genuinely have all the moral high ground. So, it makes it easy to win. Maybe Michael Smith equals green key. What's green key? It sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. The thing here is, though, you can learn and expand a lot from drama if utilized properly. That's true, show media. And in this instance, though, what I want to do is kind of like analyze do a Dulles-esque video called The Ethics of Beef, and what qualifies as legitimate and what qualifies as not. So, what qualifies as civil discourse? What qualifies as abuse or harassment or, the role of a pattern of behavior. I don't want to get too complicated either, exactly. I kind of want to go over some of the ways that people have tried to defeat me before, because it's interesting. I have been subject to a series of attacks over the course of my YouTube channel by parties who, in a variety of different ways, have attempted to sort of force as much spiteful bad shit on me as they possibly can. Yeah, so I mean, say I could go over some of the specs of this stuff. Say, you know, articulate the players involved in the matter. But probably I would leave Melissa out of the discussion, because to the extent that I make videos about her that aren't responsive to something specific, then I play into certain bad narratives. Like, yeah, I never really worry about being accused of harassing anybody, because the problem anybody has in making a harassment case against me is, even if I make 3 or 4 videos against some same person, that represents a minuscule fraction of I thought it was very interesting how sharply he reacted to being accused of being dishonest, without actually defending what he was saying at all to establish that he was being honest or responding to anything I said. How many YouTubers have I butted heads with? Not a whole bunch. Nobody really wants to. Nobody really wants to tackle me in these matters. And one of the interesting things is that, like, that phone call was revelatory in that it drove home the point that if somebody's going to use the opportunity to talk with you to slander you, then that's when you say, I need to avoid talking to that person as much as possible. Because, and of course, the thing is, the phone call I received is not on the public record. That's why I don't like dealing with things in private ever, But it was much more unhingedly slanderous, So, and I think that the important distinction to draw when talking about this stuff is that how a person approaches the matter. Like, if somebody is guilty of something bad, and I'm not ever saying that when I'm type policing somebody, right? Like, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying you're guilty of wickedness. I'm saying that you're wrong. If people don't understand the difference between me saying somebody's wrong and accusing them of specific wrongdoings, threatening them and other things like that, those are matters that need to be clarified for the community. It doesn't matter to me, I'm not concerned by any of his threats. I don't. I'm not concerned by his slander. In the sense that no sane person would believe that with any data other than that. So it's like, it is true that I could go around. Let's say Chris Tyne is going to visit Boston in June, and I know that, and I decide to go to Boston in May, and I spread out flyers talking about what a shitty guy Chris Tyne is, and if you see him in June, don't talk to this guy. He'll steal your everything, and blah 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 blah. Right? Well, in that way, you can sort of poison others against somebody with defamation like that. But that's not generally how it works when you don't have physical geographical limitations. So on the internet, for example, the neighborhood that I'm in is, I live there, right? It's hard to spread misinformation about me in other neighborhoods without running into people who know me too well, and or running into some media I made that is obviously contradictory of what's being said and stuff like that, you know? I have such a huge footprint, and I've spoken so many times and so openly and convincingly about my own vices and virtues, you know. I don't have any secrets in my closet. There's nothing to leverage against me. If I got hacked, what are you gonna say? Like, what are you gonna find? What do you think you're gonna find in there? Nothing. Email from my dad. Boba Fett, which type is most easily manipulable? I mean, I think when you're asking that question, you're asking a question where there's two sides to it, right? Technically, you're asking, well, I mean, it still has to have an easiest for whom. So I know that whatever type is that I could most easily manipulate is not the same as the type that you could most easily manipulate. Like, I suspect I could most easily manipulate supervisee if I wanted to, which I don't. But I could be wrong about that. Let me think more. I mean, I guess I could probably manipulate it. I guess I could probably manipulate an ENFP. I mean an ENFJ is what I would say. Maybe your beneficiary type is the one you can manipulate best. I'm not sure. Depends what you mean by manipulate too. Well, I mean, the thing is, he didn't get very far before he got nixed, right? He revealed his hand right away. There's a video made in which he's insane and I'm sane. Then there's that insane phone call he just made to me, which may have made him feel better to yell a bunch of complete lies at me, but wasn't going to make any impact on a larger metaphysical field. So if Man, my voice is shut the hell. Which types are most gullible? Well, INFJs can be gullible. ISFJs can be gullible. Both those types can. I think more so than maybe ISTJs are gullible too. I'm not sure, but I think INTJs are a knowledge type that's not gullible, but INFJs definitely can be gullible. It's like it depends how well you play it straight. You know, your joke. If you play your joke straight successfully, then they'll be gullible. If they're reading your FE, right? FE and I. If you present them, if you present them a sorry, that guy's got some headspace least right now. It's not necessarily bad least headspace because I'm kind of trying to think like I guess because I'm thinking about him, that makes it not bad headspace least. If I were thinking about me, it'd be more of a problem. But what I mean is, like, okay, so what do you think that guy is feeling right now? Does he feel like, yeah, I got it, or does he feel like, or is he on to the next one, or does he ever question what he's doing? Because I mean, he's clearly like executing an evil plan. Okay, cool. I never really accepted that conflation of those two people, or putting together into one. Not conflation, but combination of those two people. Yet, so that's fine. I've just been talking the whole time about Michael. That's not Michael, yeah. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you think he's feeling right now? What do you think he's? How does he? Where is he after those events? I mean, I'd be curious. Well, he didn't get a chance to talk to me very long. He started as soon as I heard, as soon as I heard him accuse me of being a rapist. I hung up the phone. Um, which types are most likely to be manipulated by media, mainstream, social? Nobody is. Frankly, what you have are people who are committed to their bit of team bullshit, and they they direct those energies into that, both generating that kind of media and consuming it. And so too with every other kind of example. Uh, the thing is, it's like he came out the gate by repeating some of the things that she has said, basically that I'm stalking was one of his comments. That stalking a young girl. That woman is not a young girl. Okay, first of all, and stalking her. You got to be kidding me. It's one of those things that has absolutely zero uh, anything behind it. It's just cut from whole cloth, you know. So it's hard to know exactly what to do when people are have no. They just adhere to none of the standards of like decency, you know. Uh, I mean, I think there may be something else going on there. I'm not sure, but it may be that he can't stand that he can only imitate what I can do. Like I sometimes get mad as I yell at people too, but when I'm yelling at people, what I say makes sense, right? I've got some 8 in me as well. I'm extroverted. I like to be assertive about my opinions, except I'm doing it much, much better than he does it, you know? So there may be some of that. I don't know. The guy came out of the blue, and it coincides with the Melissa stuff, so maybe they're in cahoots of some sort. Who knows? I mean, I'm not worried about anything that he says because insults don't bother me. The worst of these slanderous false accusations have been to me personally on the phone, so it's not. It's like I'm not being publicly accused of that. Um, and it's interesting. It makes me want to do content on, I guess, like what to do about people like that, right? Because what he's trying to do in part is make it more. It's trying to gray the line between what I do in a response video and or a type police video and the kind of engagement with people they can actually become abusive, you know. I mean, I think that seemed. I think he's an FE Dom 8 because there were a couple of spots where, despite the fact that I think he's 8 first, whereas I'm just 8 second, I could get him to give me enough space to say something. So, but I mean, I think he's an ENFJ probably, which means he can fake a lot of stuff, you know. I typically have the most beef with the ENFJs when I have a big beef with them. Uh, it's also the case that, with my dad being an exception, I will butt heads with ESTJs. I don't want to hear their shit, you know. So I get that, but I, he reminds me of Nick. but without Nick didn't have so much yelling. I mean, nobody's beefing with anybody at the moment. Now we're dealing with a, I guess you'd say, well, I mean, I had to ban him and block his number and stuff. What with the amount of beef you have on a daily basis on this channel, you can make a burger company. Hooray for In and Out. Hooray, hooray, hooray for In and Out. I already ate my burger. I will say though that if that guy wants to get some sort of satisfaction in having gotten me, I did find that like instantly draining. It drained a lot out of me for a very short conversation. I mean, here's the problem with the economy of spite monkeys, and basically what he is, he's a spite monkey. The thing is, I've encountered waves of these people before. I went through the whole Becky spite monkey thing, which was pretty powerful at pulling a group of people together to be in opposition to me, right? And that they basically make a He-Man Irricators Club. This guy, who knows, might be also able to do that. But what I already know from that plenty of experiences of multiple people attempting to do that over the course of the last years, I don't know how many years, but is that it doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is a kind of a funny one. I'm more SE than anybody else. Isn't that a funny one? I just keep doing what I feel like doing. It's hard to get to me, you know? I just keep doing what I feel like doing. The king of vegetables? You think we should call Michael the king of vegetables? Where did you get king from? I guess I get king from that guy's name up there. That's not what you said. Like, king of vegetables is a pretty good name for him. I think that's a good euphemism for, a good code name for that guy. I mean, anger is very specific to its arc. So it's like, if Gosh is God's wife? I didn't know that. Why can you say her name but not her husband's? You should say Mr. God? Do you think God has a doctorate? Is he Dr. God? If God were really fancy, he'd be Dr. God. So yeah, there was somebody who left a comment that basically said people are trying to cancel you right now, Eric. You better be careful. It wasn't like an enemy thing. It was like a heads up kind of a thing. Rather a long comment, actually. I believe it. Not the first time that it's happened. And it is unfortunate. And it is true that it's not totally without risk. I mean, I can be harmed by a concerted effort to harm me. But here's the ultimate economy problem that spite monkeys have. What makes it spite is that they may be successful in doing harm to me, but that doesn't get them anything. And it's time of their life that they're attending to me for not any reason, really. Golly? Who's Golly? Is Golly the second child after Jesus? We don't hear so much about him. Yeah, they're very dumb. But sometimes dumb's the best kind of smart, you know? It was revelatory to me on the phone there for a second. Like, okay, cool. Oh, this is that. Just hang up on this. And to go, okay, yes, this is block him, block him. This guy is like, an outlier in terms of his toxicity. No, G is Golly's second name. It's Golly G, not G Golly. And Golly G's last name is, of course, Willikers. Willikers. Golly G Willikers. Golly, 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 Goxenfree. See, this is the problem, Eric. So you got this bowl of weed right here. And you got this bowl set aside, like a rep's worth right there. And I keep trying to pack this bowl, and I keep discovering it full. And then I don't smoke it, and then I go back and try to pack it again. What you need to do, Eric, is smoke the bowl. Then you'll be able to put more weed in there. Stephen Hawking is dead. Oh, yeah. But you know what Stephen King is hawking instead? He's hawking books. Mother, 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 mother of pearl. I need a better thing to put this on. I need a better thing to put this on. I need a better thing. I wonder if your mom would provide a better thing than that. What would be a good thing to put this thing on? How about this plus this? That's a 2-for-1 special, they call it, in the high-tech entertainment industry, which is, of course, the only version of the entertainment industry that I'm willing to work in. High budget, big name stars. I don't do TV, okay? I only do major studio feature films. So no, I won't be in your indie film. Sorry. I'm too big. I'm too important. Alright, so this. Okay. Will you stop falling over? Why are you so fall overy? Is it because of your fall ovaries? But it's nearly springtime. Eric, please don't make any more seasons of the year puns. Nobody can tolerate that. No matter how nice we try to be, we can't F-E away that, okay? It's just too heinous and unacceptable. Freaking stop being so good. Why does this thing keep falling over? Where's the one that stops that from falling over? Oh, do I need to turn it like that? Maybe that'll help. Probably. Maybe. Why are you so difficult to get in front? Hey, you, I'm talking to you. What's your name? Devin, I think. It looks like it's Devin to me. What the F? What the A? What the darn? What the what-sickle? That's what I want to say is what the what-sickle. Because I've had just about enough of where-sickles. Okay, so let me see if I can get the lighting a little bit better. Let me look at the filter here. Why can't you see his face, though? Is it too close? He's got a great face. You should be able to see it. You just can't really see it on the phone. Maybe I need to reset my filters. I have some problems here. This is like an ultra shitty stream right here. Look at that. It's just like me going, I'm having problems. Oh look, let's watch Eric have tech difficulties. I love that. That's one of my favorite shows. Solutions by Eric. What about without it at all? Let's see. Still too much light, I guess. Yeah, that's better. Pum-pum-pum-pum. Pum-pum-pum-pum. Okay, good. Now I want to get this a little bit meower. More like this. We're going to go a little bit low on the smoothness. We're going to go a little bit more on the meow. A little bit more on the smoothness. Then we're going to pop up the contrast a little bit. Brightness. No, yeah. Well, yeah. What's gamma? Gamma, gamma, hey. Hey, gamma, 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 hey. I don't really like gamma that much. Maybe I should make that go down to brightness. That makes it look all washed out. Put some more contrast in there. Alright, so you can't really see his face, but you can get the gist of him, okay? So the point is, while I go get more cigarettes at the gas station, I've asked Devin here to sit in for me, and he wants to talk to you guys a little bit about self-growth, about where you are, where you're going to be. Yeah, but his name's Devin, okay? And I'll give him the mic here in a second. Move the mic over for him so that he's got not the loudest voice, because, you know, not the, well, let's just leave it at that. It's okay, Eric. It's okay. You don't have to worry. I'm not offended. I know I am an unusually small man. Measuring at just about 2 inches. Alright, well, Devin, so I trust you can handle from here? Well, if I go get smokes? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be just fine. You just go ahead and get your cigarettes, and when you get back, I'll have explained some things to these people here, okay? Okay, so what are you guys talking about? Well, like we discussed, we're going to talk about some self-growth things and some personality, working on the cognitive functions. Whoa there, Devin. Okay. I just want to double check you were going to do that shit. We're going to do some dietary stuff. Talk a little bit diet. Okay, don't go wacky on the diet shit, okay? This is serious science, Eric, this dietary stuff. Hey, well, do you have anything a little less TE to share with my eyes? They don't really like that TE shit that much.
Okay, well, good night, Ryaness. I'm so sorry you can't stick around because, unlike Eric, you can really walk away from this symposium with some real skills you can apply to life. But, suit yourself. For those of us who don't really want to put in the work necessary to achieve, well, we're going to walk right out of here like Ryan S. Is he going to be the one who brings home that first $1 million check? No. Why? He's quote unquote sleepy. Okay, well, I'm off, Devin. I'll let you take over. Okay, bye, Eric. Okay, bye, Eric. All right, he's gone. Good. Thought that guy would never leave. Anyhow, I am Devin McElstein Turner Quatch is my name. But you can just call me Devin. You can call me Dev. And a lot of people make the joke about Dev as in software development. Well, no joke. I do have a background in software development. But today I'm here to talk to you first about something not so serious, not so hardcore, not so work-like, not so broom those floors, not so paint those walls. Okay. Okay, please hold your questions about my name spelling until after the presentation. So anyway, the point is, this first part is an icebreaker. It's going to be fun. It's a good chance for me to get to know you, to get to know me, to get to know each other. And here's how it's going to work. What I want you first all to do is to close your eyes and take a deep breath. That's right. Deep breath. And just blow it right back out. Take another deep breath. Blow it out again. Good. Good. Wonderful. I see you doing some great breathing there, Kane. Good job. Now, next, what I need you to do is use your ability to visualize something for me. I want you to imagine yourself sitting on top of $1 million that's sitting on top of a Ferrari that's sitting on top of $10 million. Can you do that? It's a 3-layer wealth sandwich I want you sitting on top of. Can you visualize it? Because as we say in the self-growth business, if you can't visualize, I forgot the last part. I'm sorry, I had it written down, but I forgot what it was. Let me see if I find it in one of my pockets. Oh dear. It's a very famous quote in our line of work. Because, okay, don't panic, Devin. Don't panic, Devin. Don't panic. Okay, let me get back on track here. What is then self-help? Is it just the ability to visualize yourself sitting on top of money? Or is there more to it than that? Here at Devon Self-Help Enterprises, we believe that self-help begins with others hurting you. For a long time now, self-help has focused on one of two things. The self part and what? Of course. You gotta go ahead and say it out loud in unison. That's fine. Help. But times they are changing is one of the contemporary songs you may hear on the more revolutionary radio stations today. And it applies here as well. Times they are a-changin'. Okay. Let me check my notes again here. Sure, I'll be back shortly. Whoa, is it getting on there? Great crowd, good crowd. Oh, wait. You mean, I'm beginning to think maybe I'm not supposed to be able to hear you, huh? Okay, this is my first video conference. Anyway, well gosh, that makes it a lot easier actually. That makes it a lot easier. Okay, so let's talk about self-help some more. How do you help yourself? Well, you can help yourself some more potatoes at dinner if you had some potatoes, but you're still hungry. That's one way that we can help ourselves. How else can we help ourselves? Anybody in the audience want to share some thoughts about helping yourself, how to help yourself, and also to grow? Don't forget about growing. It's very important. Self-growing. Let's think a little bit about that term. What does it mean? Self-growing. Okay, so the first word, self, refers to what? Not other people, not something that, but yourself. Now let's look at the second word. That one's more challenging. Growth. So most of us think, hey, don't we stop growing around 25 when we become adults? Aren't children the only one who grows? Well, fair point. But the kind of growth we're talking about is a growth of the self. It's not a growth of your body. It's not a growth on your lip. It's not a growth you want to pick and eat. It's the kind of growth that says, I keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger because before I was too small. How many people here are too small? Can I get a show of hands, please? Everybody. Wow, everybody here, everybody shares the same experience. Their selves are too small, currently. And thus, need to what? Anybody? Anybody want to answer? Does anybody want to answer the question? Does anybody want to answer the question? I'll repeat the question in case you didn't hear it. In case you didn't remember what it was. What was the question again? Okay, let's move on. So, self-growth means growing the self. How do you grow things? You can grow things in many ways. For example, love will grow the heart of the Grinch several sizes at Christmas. You could say that was self-growth, even though it was actually heart enlargement. Because the heart enlargement was incidental to the Grinch becoming a fan of Christmas. And that's where the self-growth lay. Okay, I'm back. Well, I'm not done.
Okay, well, finish up, please.
Okay. How many of you here have shared the following experience where you're going down the street and you say, hey, look, it's a cat, and then you don't know what to do? Can I get a show of hands, please? You, yeah, right, you, yeah, Boba Fett, good, right, yeah. Everybody's had this experience. Why do you think that is? Well, because deep down inside of our bodies, we're all human. We're all the same. We all can see cats. Well, what about the blind, you might say? Well, they can see cats too. It's just that they can only see Braille cats. But still, that counts as a cat. So, got you there. Anyway, the point is...
What is your point, Devin?
The point is, we're all human, damn it. We're all human. Everybody here is human, and over there too.
Okay, so what are we supposed to take away from that, Devin?
That we need to live and love and be human. We need to be human. CJ O'Connell, hello. Welcome. Please come in and have a seat quietly. I am Devin. I'm the guest lecturer for today. And today we're talking about what it means to grow, what it means to be human, what it means to be. Oh no!
Devin, are you okay? Oh shit, guys. I'm sorry. Wow, this is crazy. We just had a serious accident instead of talking with famous people. Devin, are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? Are you okay?
I'm okay. Yes, I... Oh no, I think I got a Mexican accent.
Oh, poor Devin got a Mexican accent. What are we gonna do now? He had that thing where you get a brain, you hit your head and you wake up speaking another language or something. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of that stuff, but coffee's pretty good. I think Devin did a pretty good job today. He was talking about self-growth and stuff. We may end up having a couple more visitors stop by, but I'm going to need to probably arrange. We're going to need to probably arrange a better place to put them on, which is fine. When somebody loves me, everything cuts cuticles. It's so easy cutting them right then. But when nobody loves me, nothing cuts my cuticles. Then I struggle and I pout and whine. My cuticles. I don't know what personality type Devin is. I'm not sure. I think he changed types during the course of his presentation somewhat. He's not a very consistent guy, that Devin. Okay. So, the important thing to remember is that I am the one thing to remember is that we need to provide a safe space where your mother can safely extract all those animal beads. And then after that, we're going to need to get your dad out of his male chastity belt. After that, we should be able to do this. Oh. Guys, will you help? It's your mom and dad. God, you're so shellfish. It's a little seafood pun. A grand old seafood pun, they call it. You know, when I took the last clam in the bowl, my wife turned to me and said, "That's a little shellfish." Ha cha 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 cha. Ha cha 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 cha. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you like oh and you like yeah, then you're sure to like our new combination flavor, oh yeah. What is the part that makes this part this way tight? Oh, you complicated thing. You make me so very stupid. I hate you objects in space. I don't think I ever actually made the point I was trying to make earlier, which is there's something both kind of scary about the truly spiteful and something kind of reassuring about it as well, which is there's a time economy to it, you know? It's like how much of their own life are they going to direct to fundamentally unproductive spite, you know? Even if they were to genuinely hurt me, it wouldn't help them, you know? So, even if they're evil and persistent, they still have to, it still eats into some of their time, you know? And I'm kind of boring to be spiteful against. It's 51 color. That's fine. So, everybody, it's me, Devin, again. As you can see, I brought my two helpful friends here who volunteer from the audience. Craig, why don't you take a step forward? I'm Craig. Fuck yeah. Please don't curse, Craig, please. This is a church group, I believe. No, this isn't a church group, dude.
Okay, please, Craig, just step back.
All right.
And over here we've got, come step forward, sweetie. What's your name? My name is Hakaloiki, Lakatiki, Wakatiki, Loikatiki, Kiki. I see. Are you from Burbank? I was born in Burbank.
Are your parents Hawaiian?
No, they're Mexican.
Okay, cool.
So, anyhow, I'm Devin, and I'm revving to go and tell you all about everything you need to know. So they call me Reverend Devin of 7-Eleven. So, okay, what were we talking about, right? We were talking about self-growth. Brody Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on up here. I want you to tell your story, okay? And yeah, licky, lucky. You come up over here too. Okay. Alright, so here's the thing. Not everybody can live through, survive what this young man has gone through. Brody Craig, tell us your story. Tell it to us with your heart.
Yeah, okay, so I was doing a lot of drugs before, and one night I did like way too much ecstasy, and I stepped on this blue triangle, and I don't know if it had glue on it or whatever, but I haven't been able to get off it since.
There you go. There you have it, friends. This is one of the risks of drugs. Wow, wait, what happened? Brody Craig, did you slip something in my drink?
Oh, just a Kalani.
What's that?
It'll help you sleep.
I don't want to sleep.
Well, you look like you could use some sleep.
Okay, well, let me just hold on a second there, mister. Anyway, let's finish the story to the audience. Okay. So, listen. This guy over here. Whoa. This guy over here, this guy right here. This guy. He almost died from drugs. You will too. If you're not careful, don't do like Brody Craig. Okay, now, you licky, lucky. Tell us your story. Okay, so, I mean, licky, lucky. Oh no, up and down. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, you're right about those pills, Brody Craig. Oh. Anyhow, let me tell you about me and my shit. I'm a leaky lucky. I'm gonna lie down here, okay? That's why you lie down. Anyway, I'm a leaky lucky. And one time, I came home. Oh Jesus! One night I came home and I saw my brother, older brother, he was lying on the kitchen floor and he had this bottle of brown liquid. It looked like apple juice, kinda, except it looked more like whiskey. And I said, oh goodness, my brother done drunk himself straight down to lying on the kitchen floor. He's got a blunt in his mouth, halfway burnt. I'm wondering, is it going to go out? Is it going to burn his lips? I figured to save his lips, I should just finish smoking the blunt for him. So I smoked the blunt, and then I think I got to clean up this whiskey, right? So I drank the rest of the whiskey is what happened. Then I was drunk and high, and my mom came home. And my mom said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "What's wrong with you?" She said, "Nothing." I said, "Okay." Look at him, though. I pointed to my brother. He was still passed out on the floor. And my mom come in and she's like, "Andre! Andre!" She kicked him. "Come here. Come here and help me demonstrate, you." She's like, "Andre! Andre! You lie down. You're not demonstrating right. Give me that other guy." Okay, like this, yeah. He was like, "Andre! Andre, kick you." And finally he said, "Stop kicking me, Mama. Stop kicking me. And I'm okay. I'm going to live. I'm going to live." And she said, "What you doing on the floor, Andre?" I said, "Oh, just let me lie down again. I'm drunk as fuck." And Mama says, "What about you, little girl?" I said, "I'm a leaky lonely." She said, "Well, why are your eyes so very red?" And I said, "The better to look like I've worked hard." And she said, "Okay, all right, all right. Well, why is your breath so smell like whiskey?" And I said, "Well, because I've been breathing a lot of whiskey air." She said, "Well, that makes sense. That makes some sense, I guess. A little sense." Finally, she said, "Why are you so staggery, though? Why are you so staggery around?" And I said, "Well..." And she said, "Is it because you're drunk?" And I said, "No, bitch, I ran out the house." And then I went over to this guy. I saw this guy on the sidewalk. It was this guy here, Devin. He said, "You come with me, little girl. We're going to go do an anti-drug presentation." Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened for me, too. I was like, "Mom, I'm leaving. I'm going outside to do my drugs since you keep crying about it." And then I went outside, and this guy's like, "Did I hear you say something about drugs? I'm doing a drug presentation. You come with me. What's your name?" And my name's actually Brandon, but he keeps calling me Brody Craig. I'm sorry, Brody Craig. It's Brody Craig. This is what you're saying. No, dude. Brandon. Brody Craig. Okay, whatever. You call me Brody Craig if you want. I like the name Brody Craig too. I think it's a better name than Brandon. Shut up! I don't like your name, leaky whatever. It's a leaky. I don't even think you have a real name. You're making that shit up. No, I'm not. I feel like I'm gonna go home and play with my goat. You know, I have a goat at home. Really? You have a goat? Yeah, I got two goats actually at home. Well, that's kind of cool. They're called goats. Yeah, I know. You mentioned that. Do you know what a goat is? You're a gringo. You don't know it. Oh, you have a concept of a goat make you fall over. Take a bow, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a lucky Lonnie. Yay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, those actors did a great job tonight. Let's have a big round of applause for our fine actors and their fine performance. Yeah, wow. We are so lucky to get classically trained actors like that around here. It really does help just raise the class level, you know?
kind of like having the Bolshoi Ballet, you know, play at your bar mitzvah. Thank you, everybody who stuck around to watch that. Alright, I gotta go because I've got a 11:30 luncheon with my mom tomorrow, so I have to get up a little bit early. I got mom stuff tomorrow in the morning, basically, so I gotta go to bed. So, I love you all. Thank you for being here and watching my silly goofing around. I greatly appreciate it. And see you later. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.